So this is the last part of variation. We're going to take a look at what is called mixed variation. Mixed variation is where we have about three quantities, and we're going to have one quantity varying directly or proportional to the second quantity, and the same quantity varying inversely or indirectly or not proportional to another quantity, the third quantity. So what I'm trying to say is the statement y varies directly to x and indirect to w. By the way, I've been using the word indirectly, but this is inversely. So whenever you see this, it's inversely. But most, I think you're going to be encountering inversely or not proportional to w. So this can be mathematically represented as this: y varies direct with x and inversely with 1 over w. So inverse or indirectly, it means 1 over w. So you can replace this with equals k. Doing that, we're going to have this: y is equals to kx, multiplication symbol here, 1 over w. So this is over 1. So we can multiply the numerators. Kx times 1 is going to be kx, and 1 times w is going to be w. So this part is just for showing. You don't have to show it when you're solving. So once you do this part, you change your statement, your English here, into mathematical symbols. You can go direct from here to here. So you can just replace this with equals k, and this you can even multiply them in your head. You don't have to show here. So it's going to be y equals kx over w. The variable in the denominator is the variable that varies inversely with the main variable, the subject here, and the one in the numerator is the one that varies directly. And again, k is the constant of variation. Let's take a look at an example. So y varies directly to x and inversely to w, where y is 10 when x is 2 and w is 1. So they have told us that this y varies directly to x and inversely to w, where y is 10 when x is 2 and w is 1. So when y is 10, x is 2 and w is 1. The first question, as always, is find the constant of variation. Number 2, expression connecting y, x, and w. Number 3, value of y when x is 20 and w is 3. And finally, value of w when y is 1 and x is 8. So the first one, constant of variation. So they have said y varies direct to x and inverse to w. So we write this: y varies direct to x and inverse to w. As you can see, I've done a shortcut, and this is the way it should be done. So the variable on top varies directly, the variable on the bottom varies inversely. So I can replace this with equals k. So we're going to have y is equal to kx over w. With this, I can substitute what I've been given. So I've been given y is equal to 10, x is equal to 2, and w is equal to 1. So I can just plug in the values. So y I've put, x I've put, and w I've put. So I solve for k. So solving for k, k times 2 is 2k. 2k divided by 1, it's going to be 2k. So I can divide both sides by 2. Well, I'm going to have this. So 2 and 2 are going to cancel. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So it's going to be 5 cos k. That's the constant of variation. Second question. The second question is y varies indirect to x. Expression connecting y and x. So this is the expression connecting y and x, but of course we need to put the value of k here. So we have already calculated what k is, and it's 5. So we're going to substitute. So once we substitute, we're going to have this: y is equal to 5x over w. So this is the expression connecting y and x. Third, value of y when x is 20 and w is 3. Value of y when x is 20 and w is 3. So we have been given x to be 20 and w 3. So they want us to find the value of y. So y is equal to 5x over w. So we're going to substitute again. Where there's x, we put 20. Where there's w, we put 3. So we're going to have this. So 5 times 20, it's going to be 100 over 3. And we can write this as a mixed fraction. 3 into 100 is 33. Remainder 1 over 100. The fourth is value of w when y is 1 and x is equal to 8. So y is equal to 1 and x is equal to 8. So this is our expression connecting y, x, and w. So always we use this expression. So we've been given the value of y and the value of x, they want the value of w. So we can just plug in the values. So where there's y, we put 1, where there's x, we put 8. And 5 times 8 is going to be 40. And we can do cross multiply here. We're going to have this, which is going to be w times 1 is w, 1 times 40 is 40. So the value of w is going to be 40. So let's take a look at the way questions are sometimes designed, or the way they are structured in an exam. So y varies directly to x. Complete the grid below. So this has nothing to do with mixed variations, it's just an example so that you have an idea of the type of questions that come during an exam. All of the examples I've looked at, that's the way they come, but sometimes questions can be structured like this. So y varies directly to x. Complete the grid below. That's all. So they have said y varies directly to x. Then you have to complete this. To complete this is to find the missing values here. So we have 4, 8, we have 20, we don't have its corresponding value here. We have negative 3, we don't have its corresponding value here. And we have got 1 and 5. So to tackle this, it's very simple. So you just interpret this, you represent this mathematically. Y varies directly to x, which is y varies directly to x, and we can replace the variation symbol with equals k, and it becomes y is equal to kx. So for us to find the missing values, we need to find the relationship connecting y and x, which is this, but of course we need the value of k. So we are going to find k even without being asked to do so, because for us to get these values, we need it. We need the expression connecting y and x, and that expression needs k to have a number. So how can we get k? We can use n of the pair of x and y. So x were 4, y of 8. So we look for where we've been given both the value of x and y. So here we've been given both. We can't use this one because here it's blank. We can't use this one because here it's blank. We can use this one because we've been given x and we've been given y. So whatever we're going to use, so long as we have the value of x and the value of y, then we can use it. The answer is going to be the same. So I'll pick this one, 4 and 8. So where there's y, I'm going to put 8. Where there's x, I'm going to put 4. So doing that, I'm going to have this. So 8 is equal to k times 4. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And we're going to have this. The 4s are going to cancel. And 8 divided by 4, it's going to be 2. So we're going to have this. Our k, or variation constant, is 2. With the variation constant known, now we know the explanation connecting y and x, which is this. Y is equal to 2x because k has been replaced with 2. With this, we can now find the values here. So start with here. Here, it's x. So we have to get x. But how do we get it? We look for the corresponding value of y, which is 20. So where there's y, we're going to put 20. And when we do that, we're going to have this 20 is equal to 2x. We can divide both sides by 2. And doing that, we're going to have this. And if we here it's going to cancel. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So our value of x is going to be 10. So that's what we can put here. So in an exam, of course, they can ask you to copy this. So once you copy, you just have to put your answer here. Then we can go to this part where we also have a blank. So we write the expression connecting the two, which is y is equal to 2x. This time we're looking for y. X have been given to be negative 3. So where there's x, we put negative 3. So it's going to be y is equal to 2 times negative 3. And y is going to be equal to negative 6. So this is our answer, negative 6. So this is how to deal with such kind of questions.